It is definitely something that's very prominent in the B2C space, and really came to rise a lot with the subscription market, where you're competing for your customers' wallet share with a number of other companies. It could be on a weekly basis or a monthly basis quite often, but for us, it's a weekly basis. Customers are selecting where to do their shopping, invest in their food and what they're putting in their bodies, etc. And so it really does become the onus upon making sure you've got a great onboarding experience, so those expectations are set right from day one as to what's going to be that match between what your customer thinks they're going to get and what the actual service can provide. And then for us, because we're delivering fresh ingredients directly to customers' doors that, to be honest, start dying the moment they're harvested, and we're sending them through a network that's 30% over capacity and 20% understaffed, quite often it's not if something goes wrong, but when something goes wrong. And so it's really important to have that intentional service recovery design, not as an afterthought, but as the forethought. And that really is not just in B2C anymore, because while it's hugely competitive in my environment, as more and more companies are moving their business models to subscription. And while you offer year-long contracts, not all of them are year-long, you do them month to month. So more and more businesses are moving into that same environment. And yes, you may think that the decision switching time is going to be longer because there's a little bit more tension to change out a software product perhaps than a food service. But as we build quicker and easier and more adaptive products, that time to change and that ability to move across and that barrier to entry or re-entry is lower and lower. So it's becoming just as important for B2B leaders to really think about that intentional forethought of service design, and especially when you're in that recurring economy of customer choice and decision making.
Yeah, I'll add, Brent, it was so great that you mentioned B2B also, because this is actually part of my speech that I gave to all the new hires in support. That gone are the days where customers are implementing these software products and they are buying hardware and they're training people and they're setting up these huge organizations just to support these applications. In today's subscription-based software services, even though it's not as easy to change as B2C, but it's still a lot easier to change than it used to be 10, 15 years ago.